Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 95 of Purple Hyacinth, Momentous Message. And today we are with Meg and Fwoot.
Hello.
All right, so this episode is super anxiety inducing, let's just say. We started off with Lauren saying what she said last episode, we need to alert the cops now. Super intense. We're like, what's going to happen? There's the Yiddish expression, on spilkes all week, which is like on tenterhooks all week. And sadly, I think that will be the case for the next episode too. But we hear, noises, chunk, 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 chunk. Kieran and Lauren look at each other like, uh-oh. They whoosh themselves out of there and they click off their flashlights so that the room is now dark. And then there's some clanking. We have a larger overview of the factory. And we head back to those two workers, and they said they're moving the revolution up, but everything else was still super vague. Boss just said we had to move everything because it's no longer safe to keep them here. And we have those two guys in the lift with their carts. Do you think the cops are onto something? Says the other one. I don't know. Stop speculating and just get to work. Backups are coming soon. So I have, Meg, if you'll forgive me, can I talk about the betrayal theory here? Because there's a little
Oh my god.
something that I saw. Maybe.
I can't stop you.
Okay. So boss said we had to move everything tonight because it's no longer safe to keep them here. Why did he say that? Why does the boss think it's not safe? Is it because Kieran reported to him, hey, we're going to be checking out the factory, and that's why the boss knows they have to move it? But. So that's the Kieran betrayal part. But then there's the second part, which Fwoot said, that he has to do his job as a betrayer, but he still is not going to actually betray Lauren because he's here and he's cooperating and he's like helping her out. And, as we'll see throughout the episode. So he's like kind of like being a double agent, like he's doing what he has to do to avoid getting, I don't know, actually killed next time he gets beat up. But he's going to make sure that nothing really happens. And like that nitroglycerin really is found out.
What have you done to Mindy?
It's not that bad, right?
I would love to take responsibility, but I'm not really sure what happened either. Mindy, I'm living for this energy though, because the betrayal wasn't on my mind when I read that.
Wow,
ironically.
the student has outpaced the master.
I know, I'm shook. I just thought when I read it, I thought it was because like Drunk Joe, like the guy from 93. I thought it was because like he exploded and they were like, oh no, people are like gonna notice like exploding drunkards, so they're like moving places, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was the drunk explosion that made things change.
Mm-hmm. But Mindy, I like your interpretation more.
I don't.
Complex, man. Once you start thinking in devious ways, you just can't stop.
I know.
I don't know. I feel like if there was a big reveal, like I feel like there would be more to support that. I feel like it would kind of like come out of left field in like not a good way. But also I'm like hardcore against that theory. So
I mean, there has been some sort of foreshadowing, right? Remember,
we're not going
Lauren, remember Lauren's weird line in 34? Remember, Mindy? I don't remember what she said, but it was like she was making an observation about Kieran, and it was a bit sus. I don't remember what she said though, but yeah, I feel like that could have been foreshadowing. Again, the bluff observation, that could have been foreshadowing.
Well, I don't know, because I still think like all the things he said there that he's gonna kill her, like I don't think
he's gonna kill her. I just think he's gonna betray her. Or in some way. But yeah, I was a bit sad with this episode. There was no Kieran betraying her yet.
And you were sad? And you were sad?
We have like 4 episodes to get this right.
4 episodes to get this right. Your version of right, my friend. Okay. I skimmed through the episode. I didn't see anything, but I wasn't paying such close attention. Anywho, so he says, get back to work. Backups are coming soon, which backups, like they're going to have more people to avoid. And maybe there's going to be like this fight out, or like backups being like, oh my God, you're in the Phantom Scythe. I didn't know that, Uncle Tristan, or whatever. So, or who knows who's going to show up, right?
I was like,
Mhm.
Oh, I was just thinking, like, this is completely cracked, but I was like, what if Sig comes back?
Oh my God.
Like, he somehow survives.
That is definite crack.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know why he would be a backup
But-
here. Like, I don't know if he's like, I think though they need is like basically schleppers, like people to move stuff. So they probably just like, I don't think anyone's super important.
Sig is competent.
But he probably wouldn't agree to move boxes. I can't see him doing that. I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that.
That's below him.
I am a dignified man with gray hair. How dare you? Anywho, but yes, he's dead. So.
Well, actually, technically, everything's above him now. It's like 8 feet under. So.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Well,
gosh.
then. Okay. I see you, Meg.
Okay, so mustache fellow number 2. They both have mustaches. Oh my gosh. No, the second guy just
No.
looks like he has, that's his mouth. Okay, never mind. Sorry. He says everything needs to be moved by the loading dock. Got it. Yes, I never mix it with normal boxes. I know the rules. So I mean, I think they're kind of stating the obvious here. So I'm wondering why this is here. I just came up with a theory right now. Never mix it with the normal boxes. Maybe Lauren and Kieran or the APD or whoever comes will do some kind of mixing up, because like I can't see why this like fairly obvious statement should be explicated. Or maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's an effort just telling us, I don't know, these people like to tell each other obvious facts.
Done in the glass
Mhm.
factory.
They're just, dropping some things to expect in the future. A bit of sprinkling some exposition for the
Like,
audience.
They go to blow up the crates and one day in the future and it doesn't blow up and they pick it up and it just mirrors.
Right. Yeah. I think it might be leading to something like that, because I feel like otherwise it's just not like needed. So
I don't
anyway,
know.
it's like, or maybe I've just gotten to the point where I just see things and everything and I am no longer capable of thinking rationally.
Fwoot 2.0.
Well, okay.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
It was just pointing out, your tendency to analyze things, except, not excessively, like a true proper fan.
Yes.
So.
That was not an attack.
I know.
But did you find, like, when I read other webtoons and other characters lie, I expect to see it in red now? It's
Yes.
like,
I was-
where's the red?
Yeah, I was reading More Olympus and like I was reading and I forget, like I think it was I forget which character was talking, but it was like it was in green or something. And I was just like, so she's lying. Forget that it was in green and not red, and this wasn't even purple hyacinth.
Right.
If it
Yep.
is any color other than black, it is a lie.
Mhm. So now Kieran tells her there's no time to waste. She says we have to go up to the second floor. That's where our chance to find a phone is, I think, whatever. All right, we'll take the stairs. And they go up. Wait, 1 second. Up to the second floor. 1 second. Okay, interesting.
Scene change.
Weren't they on the second floor already? Or
No, they
gone?
were
They went down
into
last
the-
time.
Yeah, they dropped down the elevator, right?
Okay, it's fine. Going up to the second floor, taking the stairs. And now we go back to the APD. And we have a guy whose name we'll learn in a second. Hey, Marsh, the radio is on the fritz with a storm. I'll need to pop up to the roof to check the equipment. Marsh says, no problem, Larry, which I laughed. My cat's name is Larry. If you are not back in 15 minutes, I'm going up there to make sure you're okay. And again, that to me is a line that means Larry's not going to be back in 15 minutes and Marsh is going to go up there. Should I say a horrible theory?
Oh, I know what you're thinking.
What am I thinking?
You're
What am I
thinking that
thinking?
he's gonna follow up and March is gonna push him or something.
Oh my gosh,
Oh
you're
my
getting
god,
Wow,
Meg.
terrible. I wasn't even thinking that. Well, I was thinking someone equally horrible, but in a different way. I was thinking that March maybe is going to get electrocuted in the storm with the wires and whatever. Or I was thinking that he's going to be showing himself to be like a mole or a PS operative and he'll deliberately mess with the radio.
Ooh,
Oh.
I just
was thinking,
murder.
I was thinking
Or
like
awful.
at
Or
first.
he'll just go up on the roof and check on Larry. Maybe somebody's murdering Larry or maybe, okay, whatever. We're just like, we're terrible human beings. Maybe Larry's just gonna go up there and check on the equipment and she
No,
can't
but,
figure
like,
it out.
What if Larry goes up there and then it's 15 minutes passes, March goes up, and he finds Larry assassinated? Like, dang. But I remember commenting on this episode, if Larry dies, we riot. Like, if Larry like, because it's a storm, the roof is wet, slippery, I can see him falling off.
Oh my goodness, Larry looks exactly like my husband.
Oh no, that's terrible. We're not having any bad theories about Larry now.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
Well, hopefully Larry leads a good life. We'll see.
Yeah.
He may be dead by next
Killer.
episode, but yeah. And now we got cut to a scene of, it is 10:10. It's not that late. You know, I'm kind of happy because I'm always tired, and I'm like, oh, you know, I'm glad that they can go to sleep early tonight.
I don't trust the purple Hyacinth clocks just because it's always 5 a.m. in the office. So
Anyway, there's street lights on, it's raining very heavily, and we see Kym and Will underneath the awning, and it's Luna's restaurant, which I didn't notice. Somebody in the server pointed it out. And and Kim's like, why are we stuck patrolling outside in this weather? They're both grasping their arms. And Will says, everyone is stationed around street corners in small groups. Okay, that's all we can do for now. Should have taken Rinkos before leaving the precinct. We can't stop doing our job just because the weather isn't in our favor. And of course, it's a very Will statement. You know, he's always responsible. He's always doing the right thing. He doesn't like think about himself. Oh, sweetie pie. And Kim says, I know. I just hope it's a quiet night. You're like, it's not going to be a quiet night.
The irony. And Kim, you're just jinxing yourself right now. But also a pretty panel of Kim. She looks so good.
Yeah.
I love her.
May, you want to take over from here?
Sure. So we go back to the warehouse, and it looks like Kieran and Lauren are now on the second floor. They're kind of going around this balcony area that's around the main portion of the warehouse, and they're going down the hallways, and they stop and there's a guard. So they wait on the guard, and the guard turns, shines a light just by the wall where they're hiding, doesn't see anything, keeps going, and they go, okay, let's go. So they keep going, and it looks like Kieran opens the door and says, this one's empty. And he looks down, and Lauren calls to him and says, hey, look, subordinate, I found your favorite room. And she's looking to a different room, and she opens the door and she says, the archive room. And Kieran's like, oh, let's see if the Phantom Scythe is more organized than the APD.
Like, she puts him down, and then he just has his rejoinder ready.
The banter is back, and it's friendly again, and I love it.
I love that
And
panel.
then, like, these life and death situations, they're like, we cannot forgo the banter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're so cute. Like, that, just the interaction, it warms my heart, my cold dead heart.
Oh, it's
Like,
good.
the archive room. And Kieran's just bashful.
But they turn their flashlights back on, they go into the room, and this archive room actually does look like quite neat. Like, it's all boxes all tied up nicely, and there's no loose paper except for like one on the desk, but it's very tidy looking. He says, I don't see phones, and they're like, me neither. But wait, you hear that? And it looks like it's Kieran standing on the floor, and he taps it, and they pull up the rug, and there's a wood trap door beneath. And Kieran says, I doubt we'll find a phone in that. And Lauren lifts it up, and it looks like it's a hole. There's a ladder going down. I guess they're on the second floor, so I guess this would be going back down to the first floor or the basement.
Or it could be going, 2 floors down, depending on how long the ladder is.
Yeah. Right. But who knows what else they're hiding. I mean, I love the urge to explore given the situation, but I don't feel like now is the time to explore, Lauren.
I thought the same, but turns out it was fruitful for them, sort of. But yeah, it was
Fruitful.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Anyway.
You're now called Buff Fwoot, and you have a picture of a strawberry with buff arms. So I'm sorry, like, you go with the puns too.
Don't expose me, Mindy. Not anymore. I changed it to later pick last night.
Okay.
So anyway, Lauren just straight up jumps into this hole. It's a great panel, great action shot of Lauren. But if it is like 2 floors down, homegirl, she's just jumping.
Okay, maybe it's not 2 floors down.
And Kieran falls down, looks like the same way, which let's worry about his health again. And they shine a light and looks like there's a metal door, and it looks like they're in like some kind of encapsulated area that's all bricks. So that kind of looks like basement again. Maybe, I don't know.
Like a hidden part of the first floor that's like,
yeah, or that. But that would make, like, why wouldn't you access it on the first floor? Why have a secret trapdoor upstairs to get access through it? I don't know. But so they glance at each other and then they just go for it. They open the door.
which,
And
by the
it's
way,
a
I like they're at the point again of wordless communication. They just look at each other.
The amount of panels that we have with Kieran and Lauren together, like on the same panel, either looking at each other, just framed together, it makes me happy. And then this is probably my favorite, like one of my favorite panels in the whole chapter. They burst open the door and there's this guy kicked back, feet up, and he's eating a sandwich. The one thing that Kieran and Lauren have not been able to do.
You're an apple. I like his healthy habits.
And Lauren's just like, "Huh," and Karen's like, "Huh," and the guy's like, "Huh." And he dives for they both look at the phone at the same time, and Kieran dives for it, and the man throws his sandwich, of all things, and it hits Kieran right in the face.
Beautiful. Absolutely majestic.
Yeah. If only he could just pull down his mask and grab some quickly, but before it falls to the floor.
Open his mouth. That would be Lauren. If it would have been thrown at Lauren's face, she could open her mouth and, sandwich finally. They both dive for the phone, and the guy gets a hold of it. And man, this guy's got some eyebrows on him. I just realized that. Anyway, picks up the phone, goes to dial, and Kieran straight up. What does he use to crush that? I couldn't really see. Is that his foot that he uses?
No, I thought it was a gun, but it doesn't look like a gun.
Yeah, I don't know what he uses to smash the phone, but he smashes the phone. I just don't know with what.
It looks like a steak, honestly. Like not a meat steak, but like, a steak that you use to like keep your
steak.
like tent down.
Yeah.
Kieran, ribeye smash.
Yeah.
I looked at that last night. I was like, what did he use to smash it? And I don't know. And then Kieran takes a step further and smashes the guy's head against the phone as well. So he is on the floor and the sandwich guy is out. He out cold. And the phone's just kind of dangling, and Lauren looks at it and phone is destroyed. So no using that. And
by the way, I was wondering if that was also part of his elaborate setup. Sorry, but I don't know. I don't know. Do you think that there's like any purpose to having the phone destroyed and the radio not? I don't know.
Well, it would have to be destroyed in order for the radio plot point to work for them to talk to everybody. So,
right, that much I can figure out. But I'm trying to figure out if this would play into a betrayal theory or not.
This is the face of displeasure, Mindy.
I think I'm reading too much into it. I don't know.
Oh, should I pick up now? Since
let's see how much. Yeah, if you want to, go ahead. You get to do the. You really want to do the deep, sexy voice, don't you?
Sure.
We're all doing the deep, sexy voice, okay?
No,
I'll need to practice. Like, just give me a minute. Like, I'll do it. I'll record like me practicing, but Anyway, so Kieran drags Sandwich Dude away, and Lauren turns over to the machinery and the radios and stuff, and she's like, it's a police scanner. They've been tracking the police's movement and broadcasts. And Kieran tells her, I told you before, the Phantom Scythe is always ahead of the police. You guys really need to step up your game. So then that does make me wonder, maybe what the APD and what Herman was scanning for in the last chapter, maybe it was PS radio signals.
could be.
Maybe like that's their form of spying. Like they're actually doing something efficient.
Mm-hmm. So Lauren's looking at the radios and she's thinking to herself, they even have a police issued radio transceiver to intercept communications from our personal radios. And Lauren realizes, she has a realization, and she's like, Kieran, can you disguise your voice? And Kieran's like, depends on what you need me to do.
What are you thinking
And
of?
Lauren says, I know the frequency. We can connect to the police radios with the radio transceiver. Loon is supposed to be 2 men, so okay. One thing though, you have to be careful not. Wait, okay, sorry. She hands the microphone over to Kieran, and he says, "Okay, one thing though, you have to be careful not to get seduced by my new voice."
That was good. That was good. That was good.
And Lauren's like, "Yeah, okay, that should work." And she tilts her head, like, "I cannot believe this is my partner." But she's not actually like that, but
She's smashed. Like, oh, that works.
Yeah, that works.
Like not
and
giving him the attention he's craving. He's just trying to egg at her, and she's just, I don't notice.
So she pushes a red button, and she says, "Go ahead and have fun seducing the APD, sir." Oh my God, my heart is beating. Kieran.
So she did notice, but she didn't give him the gratification he wanted.
Kieran gets a pardon by seducing the people in charge.
Plot twist, he wins Herman's heart.
No.
It's not. Oh my God. By the way, for the first time in my life, I saw something worse than the cure man theory. Oh my God. Somebody just posted something on Instagram that was worse than this. And I was like, oh my, okay.
Mindy, you seem like you've seen some things.
Yes, things that I wish I had not.
Regret. Okay.
Later.
I take our crack very seriously in this fandom. I'll just say that. Like, how far can we push it?
Okay, I'm trying to hype myself up. Hopefully I can do this all right, like decently. Attention. I don't know how to do this. Oh my God. So then we see some officers and they have their radios and it goes, makes a radio sound. And we see like a brunette dude or a black-haired dude, and we see a short Asian, or not Asian. I was thinking that guy kind of looks a bit Asian, but I think it's just the hair. Because my brother had that hair for a while. But the lady, she's cute. We see a guy who kind of looks like Dylan. Attention, all officers of the APD. Urgent message from. And we see Lucas driving a car. He looks very good.
Yeah, I know. I've never been struck by Lucas's looks, but suddenly I'm like,
oh, Mindy.
Yeah, now I'm suddenly happy that I chose to kiss him in the second round of Kiss, Marry, Kill that we did.
I was remembering that. I'm like, hey.
Not bad. Sorry, Lucas.
So then we see Loon, and it's like the box is all on its own, so it's like, a lot of emphasis on it. And then we see Kiwi, Kym and Will looking immaculate, and oh my God, I have hair in my mouth. Kieran says, "I repeat, we are Loon. For whoever receives report, we have in the factory Inc. located on Oak Street. We are requesting immediate assistance." And then Kym yells, "Loon, this is Sergeant Liddell. Message was not received. I repeat, message was not received. Please repeat. What is your location?" And the radio dies on her. And Kym is left.
We have some panels of them looking very concerned.
Yeah. And then Kym looks to Will and Will looks to Kym, and it is just mild panic.
Mild.
And that's how the episode ends. I love how I gave up on the voice halfway through.
Tried.
When I say I almost threw my phone at this part.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's the question. What were they saying, right? When they're like, when Kieran was like, where is it? Sorry. We have bl in the factory of what, right? So what's the ends with l? What ends with le? Like nitroglycerin ends with a n. So what ends with a l?
Yeah, that's true.
What were they trying to say? We have been in a pickle.
Maybe like something about a discovery. We have not dynamite, not bombs. Like I would imagine it's like we've found blank in the factory, but what does that mean? Factory what? Some factory blank? Wouldn't you think it was like Lloyd Factory
That's probably called Lloyd.
or Factory Lloyd?
Factory Inc. Lloyd Inc. I don't know.
Yeah, the company name of the company.
Oh, like in the factory, and then you say the company. Oh, okay. But I think
What ends with an LE? Because I never
I don't know. You're gonna have to ask the PH Discord for that one, Mindy. But I think what Kym and Will are gonna do is that they're gonna look at a map, right? Or if they know the area, but the dogs are in like the 13th precinct, I think, or the 1st precinct. Let me check. But yeah, I think they're gonna look at a map and see like which streets end with that and which streets have a factory, and then they're gonna narrow it down from there. Yeah, they're in the 13th precinct right now. So that was also a weird thing that I noticed. I think they're calling for backup in the 13th, 1st, 11th, and 12th precinct because Kym and Will, they operate in the 11th precinct, as does Lucas. And then we saw some officers who I don't believe we've seen before. So that they might belong to the 1st, 12th, 13th precinct. So it
like older precincts sent out too.
Yeah, it might. Oh, that's true. I was thinking it's at least those 4 because the farthest, maybe 2 as well, because those are the closest precincts, and 3. And I think 4 and 5 are down there too. Like all those precincts on the left, or sorry, right side of the map. But yeah, it could be all of our tallest, all the police there. So I think it would be weird if they didn't call anyone from the 13th precinct and only called people from the 11th precinct.
There's got to be some kind of frequency where you can hit all of them for emergencies. So
yeah,
that'd be my guess. Imagine though, like Herman figures this out and then he just decides he's gonna go after Loon. Like what? Doesn't care anything else. He's just like, I know where Loon is. Let's get him.
If he does, I will not like him anymore. I will be like, my dude, you had, well, I guess 2 jobs, but you had one main job, and that was to prevent the Phantom Scythe from blowing up our Artalis.
Oh my gosh. Okay, a level of 1 to 10. How anxious are you about waiting a whole week again?
I know you're 10.
Honestly, I'm not that anxious because I was anxious like in the hour leading up to this episode, but it was kind of short, and I'm not disappointed that it was short. I just don't think that like it was. I think like I just wasn't super hooked during the episode, so now I'm like kind of like what happens, and I think it's also some PH burnout talking.
Yeah, I mean, it was more of a events oriented episode, not so much an information. Like we didn't really learn anything other than it was just a process of events kind of chapter, which at least all the predictions that we had last week about Kieran stabbing her in the back or in that basement never came to fruition. So
I mean, Meg, you have to consider that what we were theorizing about, that is like last episode of the first half. Like that is mid-season finale content right there.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that is like episode right before mid-season finale. We have like 4 more episodes to go, 4 or 5 maybe about. So there is still time.
Do not give up hope, Meg.
Huh?
So don't give up hope. There's still time to be betrayed.
Yeah, no, that's not what my opinion. No, I'm not thinking that way at all. I have faith in Kieran, even if y'all don't. So.
Oh no, I don't know. Do I I think I'm more like leaning on the side of not betraying, but it's fun to speculate and it's possible. So
Oh,
I
definitely
live
fun.
by
Just not fun to.
the philosophy, never trust a man.
okay. Well,
But
we're end early for like a recent episode. I think this is
I
like a
know
super
this
short.
is like the shortest. This
Well,
might
fun to analyze. So
yeah. Again, like Mike said, there wasn't a lot of information. It was more like action, I guess.
yeah,
Like moving the plot along.
yeah. But hey, it's that there's always next week, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm. I think this might be like our shortest episode after like what was it? 16? Because yeah, very like action-y episodes.
So should we end off with like what we really think will happen? Like not what we cracked think will happen, but what do we really think will happen next week?
Mindy, did you just say that my theories about Kieran betraying Lauren are crack?
I'm just saying, let's put in
They are
best,
pretty crack.
our best
They are
effort,
very
and let's see
crack.
who's right.
Okay, if I'm being like super serious and like not trying to be like really impressive with my theories and like trying to play it safe, I think I think Kym and Will are gonna figure it out. And I think Kym is going to get confirmation on whether Lauren is Loon or not. I think Kym is gonna like she suspects it, but I think she's gonna actually see Lauren as Loon.
Okay. I think Kieran and Lauren, it's really quiet. Did I break up? Hello?
I hear you.
Hello.
Okay, cool. I think Kieran and Lauren are going to get in a pickle in that before anybody shows up, I think they're going to be hurt in some way. And I hoping that's where they go underground. They find the tunnel system. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm completely aboard the theory that Lauren and Kieran that they're gonna like discover some tunnels, because I think the tunnel theory, it was basically confirmed in episode 91. It was basically confirmed in that episode when we saw Apostle 4 in the leader, and there was also the question from around the beginning of the series, like, oh, how did the messenger like come to the Camellia and what happened when he left? And then Kieran had that underground comment, like the Phantom Scythe works like underground. And although it kind of has a double meaning, because we assume that he's talking about the criminal underground, which isn't like necessarily literally underground, but I think Kieran meant it like the criminal underground in that sense. I think it was foreshadowing that there is an actual underground.
Oh yeah, so I think I'm hoping to find that. So, but I think they're also gonna run across Kym and Will at some point. I don't know if it's gonna be as quick as we think. I think it might be a little bit. I think Lauren is gonna be MIA for a while. Might be.
Yeah, I think the next episode is gonna be about getting the police to the factory. Like that's gonna be what's happening in the next episode. And in the span of that episode, Luna's gonna get caught somehow, and then the police are. So then we start off 37. Yeah, 37. We start off with Loon in a pickle, and the police trying to figure out what's going on. Then we have 38, and it's basically Loon. They're figuring like how to get out of that if they didn't in 37. And now that they're free of that, they're starting to coordinate with the police a bit. The stakes are still growing, and then everything is going to burst in 99, and something big is going to happen.
Yeah, I basically also think that next episode will be about the police trying to find it. Like it'll be a lot of where are they? How about this? How about that? And then and also you both said Lauren and Kieran getting discovered or something, some kind of trouble. Well,
so I crack theory.
Okay.
Kieran and Lauren hide in a closet, and somebody comes across them, and they pull the old lovers making out in a closet. They're
Right.
like, "Oh, sorry, excuse me."
Yeah, that would be great.
Oh my god, what if like no, Herman's gonna be like, why are Lauren and Kieran kissing in a phantom scythe
They don't know
bomb
it's phantom scythe.
factory?
Yeah. Right. So far, I'm saying like regular people think, most everyone thinks that it's just a glass factory, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is weird because you would think it would happen in like the mid-season finale, but I can honestly see Kym finding out Lauren is Loon in episode 38 instead of 39.
98, 99, but yeah. Mhm.
All right. Well, I'll bid you ladies.
Wait, sorry, 98. Yeah, I can see her finding out in 98, not 99.
Yeah.
Did I say that right? I don't know. I'm
38. You,
I'm
said,
so
you kept
bad at
saying 30 stuff for some reason. But
Wait,
it's okay.
30?
I can see
90.
that.
Oh my god, I am an idiot. I cannot I cannot say numbers. If I said anything that was 30, I meant 90.
It's fine. We figured it out. Well, we will see. I think, yeah, we're all pretty much on board. So we'll see
Yeah.
what happens next week. Thank you so much. This was awesome, as usual.
All right. Good night, ladies.
Yeah. Have a fantastic night.
You too.
Good night.
Good night.